Hello everyone. Now you may have noticed I've been doing this at the end of the last two episodes. Well, that's basically a nod to Buzz Lightyear and the promo for Toy Story 5. It's not really anything important, and honestly it's not even worth mentioning, but mention it I will. I probably need to stop doing it though. Hot piss, dude. Toy Story 5 got me all anxious. Like, the premise is about toys versus technology, and I'm like, okay, but do the toys return to Andy so they can be there for his kids, or... Nope! We're still at Bonnie's place. I guess her parents decided she's old enough to have her own iPad now. She's like 6 or something. Tim Allen assures us that the script for this movie is going to be pretty interesting. They could just be paying him to say that, honestly. I mean, it's happened a lot of times in the past. I don't know, I haven't lost hope yet. All we really can do is just wait for the movie to come out and we can be judgmental when that happens. But, in the meantime, there was this Toy Story short, 7 minutes long, from 2011. It's called Small Fry. I like to go over that because I need to get my head out of the gutter and realize that blogs don't have to be the most revolutionary thing in the world to still be pretty good. Although I do kind of want the next episode, you know, the one that's going to close off the season, I want that to be more original because this is like the 4th sequel in a row. But that's another time. This is now. You can't actually find Small Fry on YouTube unless it's like in another language or you buy it. You can, however, find it on Disney's website. So I'm guessing this is a little bit of a private short. And, man, I'm going to be careful how much I show of the short because I don't want any copyright trouble. Believe it or not, BBM episode 158 is blocked in some countries because I used the Thriller laugh in it. Yet I used the whole Safety Dance instrumental song in a mashup I made 2 years ago and everything's fine. Honestly, I have absolutely no idea how the rules work on YT. Some people say this, some people say that. Like, guys, it's not a matter of opinion. These rules are in print. Can you like describe it in a way that makes sense to the autistic people? I'm basically like, whatever. This has only happened one time, and it's only in a few countries anyway. I'm gonna go with what my heart tells me to do, but be cautious about how much I show. It's not like they give me crap all that often about it anyway. Alright, so my favorite Toy Story short, Small Fry. Basically, we all remember going to fast food when we were little, and we were more excited for the toy than we were the actual food, blah blah blah, I get it. Bonnie gets her meal and a toy she doesn't want, and she's like,
well, can she have that one?
I'm sorry, those are for display only.
Was that really not obvious from the beginning, ma'am? And again, I know kids just like to whine and bitch about stupid crap all the frickin' time. They're ungrateful shithead holes. I was no exception. Like, my mom took me to McDonald's when my ass was 5 years old, and I get a doll as the toy. Rather than just, you know, enjoying my food, I was all like, what the hell is this crap? I was crying, I was upset, you know, all that garbage. And my mom and sister were all like, well, you could be the dad to the doll. And I'm like, dad? I don't want to be no dad, screw that shit. Actually, nothing has changed in that regard. I still don't want to be a dad 20 years later, but that's not the point. Bonnie accepts her toy with no bitching included, but that gets Shrimplet's attention and he's all like, I'm never gonna get played with, until he sees the full retail version of himself in the ball pit, which gives him the idea to get out of his display case. Yeah, you guys have seen the Toy Story movies before. You know that the toys don't want to be seen alive in front of the people, right? Yet, there goes Junior, walking off in broad daylight. The only time I believe that a toy has spoken in front of a person was when Woody was telling Sid,
"So Clay, nice."
And Buzz didn't even realize he was a toy at first until, you know, the commercial came on in that movie. Yet he still knew to be inanimate during playtime. It's a little bit weird, but people have been speculating about that for a while now, so whatever. Bonnie's in the ball pit with her toys until it's time to leave, and Junior is somehow able to pull Bigger Buzz downward and come home to Bonnie's place. And it's not until later that night that Buzz is actually able to rise back up. Seriously, what took so long? Was the ball pit like a whole other realm or something? Buzz tries to get back home, but is unable to open the door, so he goes through the ventilation and...
Well, hello!
Yeah, it's as if they were expecting Buzz to fall into their group. Is this normally how it happens? Apparently, in the back room, there is a therapy group for mini toys that never got popular or just got abandoned, and now they're all gathered to seek help for the PTSD. I'm not gonna lie though, that sounds like a pretty good therapy for me to be joining. I now have a second therapist, believe it or not, for exactly that. We're working on it, but I wonder if it would work even better if I was in a group. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking out loud here. Back to the... And, well, someone on the web was courteous enough to group all 21 shrimplets from the short into one picture, including the mini versions of Zurg and Buzz, who at that point were pretty brand new still and in circulation. And I'm not gonna lie, some of these toys actually look pretty darn cool. Like, I would have liked some of these when I was little. Give me one good reason why some of them got thrown out.
My name is Recycle Ben, and I got recycled!
You can say that again. I didn't say I liked all these toys. Oh, and by the way, that voice, I don't know who the actor is, but he's from a number of Pixar-related properties. If you know the name, you know the drill, leave a comment. But here's the thing though, Buzz Lightyear, the retail version, is way too big to be a Fun Meal toy. He is fully sized, and he's the thing that you bought from Toys R Us back in the 90s with actual money, not a free toy that comes with the side of a kid's meal. So it should be pretty darn clear that he doesn't belong there, yet the other toys insist that he stays. And also, on a slightly unrelated note, you know the adult Happy Meals that McDonald's gave out? I don't know if they still do or not. But basically, it's just a cardboard box like the kids' Happy Meals, but they're full-size servings of their basic foods. You know, Big Macs, fries, McNuggets, stuff like that. Apparently, they also serve a toy with the meal, and at first I was all like, what? We grown-ups don't want that shit? Well, my grandpa was actually telling me that the toys they give out in the adult Happy Meals are basically for nostalgic and collector's purposes. The toys that McDonald's would have served in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. You know, back when those guys were kids that are adults now. It's kind of like that. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, that makes more sense. And that is pretty cool, honestly. I hope that doll I got from 05 isn't in there. Like, seriously, I'd rather have an elephant scrotum. But then I look it up. And I see that these toys on Google are just like the main mascots, you know, Hamburglar, Grimace, stuff like that. But they have 4 eyeballs. I can't even begin to comprehend. Man, that blew my dreams out of the water right there. Like, don't expect me to be getting no Happy Meal. I'm just gonna get a regular ass bag. Anyway, I get distracted too easily. You've probably been wondering where Shrimplet has been this whole time, and well, he's been in Bonnie's bedroom waiting for playtime.
Listen, about this playtime...
Playtime? Hey, I'll be the cowboy.
Hey, come back here!
Get along, little piggy.
Could somebody tackle him, please?
Time is your friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, no playtime for that bitch. If I were a little child, that would be pretty upsetting, but I'm turning 25 this year, and it's basically like...
I think this drive is really taking a toll on us now. We're about halfway through at least, but oh my god is this tiring. I feel nothing walking into GameStop now. I only get excited seeing the store as a checkpoint and nothing else.
So back to Poultry Palace, they are simulating the feeling of being played with and then being abandoned, like I was all those years back. Buzz realizes there's a grappling hook present and asks the mermaid if leaving the room would be more devastating for the simulation. She agrees to have him leave for a second, but really that's just his key for escaping.
We're going to have Buzz come back in now. Buzz! He left.
So, things are looking quite fruitful now. Buzz has left that shitty bitch place and is on his way back to Bonnie's. But he tried the front door before and it was locked, so is there like
So, I used to work at Poultry Palace. You like honey mustard sauce? Yeah, you do.
Come on, guys, think! How do we get inside?
We could jimmy the lock.
Let's act our way in!
Oh, we could drive a truck through the front door!
Or you could use the drive-through.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they don't live that far from the restaurant because not only did Buzz make it back to the house on his own, but he then returned to the storage room with all the toys so Mini Buzz can get his therapy.
But with the help of my sponsor, I know now that the real prize is inside of each and every one of us.
Oh, sorry!
Yeah, that's the second time that same lizard has been punched by that turtle. We have the credits to look at now, which is basically just a menu for the restaurant, which actually is a pretty cool way of showing the credits, by the way. Let's see, what are our options? Looks like our first item is a burger way too huge for anyone to fit inside their mouth. Second, we have a healthy fried chicken salad. Healthy? I thought I would have liked this place, but you can forget that now. I think you guys get the point. So here's the hoping that Toy Story 5 is somehow good, and I am so ready for the season to be over. Thankfully, one more episode left. I'm gonna go downstairs for now.
Sorry.